This is Matthew Ikania, the host on Health, Economic and Political Show. I am here today to discuss about modern African media and their role in corruption. I say and their role in corruption, and I'm talking about the way they aid corrupt officials get into power or carry out their corrupt practices. You may know that during the PDP regimes, and when corruption started like gaining a lot of ground in Nigeria and in most African countries, there was this thing about brown envelope. Journalists will go and visit like public officials, and they will get brown envelopes, and they would then they will manipulate the story, and the story becomes skewed to the negative. They now like shower praises and defend um, the people or the officials um, in government or in power. Like I will give an example when um, the Obasanjo third term was in, it was happening. A lot of media were supporting him for his third term agenda, and when Goodluck Jonathan was even in, you see there was a lot of like support for some things that were not going right. But instead of them to like analyze this thing critically and do their job, do proper investigative journalism and analyze these issues critically so that these leaders will know their stand and know what's happening. No, they tend and so that if they know what's happening, they know how the public relates to the current events or the events that is happening during their time, they would have known how to deal with such situation. But no, they kept like imposing those things that those leaders want the people to know, and the people are not stupid, the people are not foolish. Like they understand what's going on, and that was the reason you saw um, um, Obasanjo had some issues with his third term agenda, and um, Goodluck Jonathan had issues during that 2015 elections because the people were just fed up because they also everything like lies coming up, and nobody is telling the truth, so they just made up their mind to vote that government out. It's not only in politics that we see this kind of corrupt officials and corrupt media coverage. When I say corrupt media coverage, people would think that it's just journalism. It's both the main medias. Like in Africa, like I will give example in Nigeria, you see all this TVC and all these other media silver beds. They don't deliver the story as it is. They don't criticize. They don't do a proper critique of the story as it is and make the people decide. They don't bring the full story to the main to the populate. What they do, they skew the message and they think the populates are foolish. But somehow this news get to come out from other sources, and the people have to make decisions. When they make decisions, they will not favor people in power or officials who wanted the populate or the masses to be deceived. Now, the next thing where I notice this kind of thing happen is in all these religious settings. Like there was a time a building, a TB Joshua's church, the building collapsed, and they were meant to just some journalists went to say that oh there was no casualties and nothing happened, and the building met Lagos State's criteria or met the Lagos State standards, and then this investigative journalist uh, 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 came out with a report that they were giving other journalists brown envelope to cover up the story, but in his own case, he decided to tell the truth, and the truth came out. And you see, even the churches, they manipulate the media, they use the media to deceive the masses, and this is a problem. Why am I emphasizing on this issue now? It's a present campaign of election in Nigeria, and you notice what's happening. They're just covering article. They're just covering article. They're just covering article. These are journalists that knows the importance of their role in Nigeria electing a good leader, or a leader that can take us to the next level. But they keep on covering article, covering him when he's in a toilet, covering him when he went to Dubai, covering him because he had US visa and all that, covering him, and all, just a wrong coverage. While the other progressive candidates like Omoyele Sowore, they're not covering him. They're not covering him. The man is so progressive, and he has a lot of, he's bringing a lot of people in, but they're not covering those people. They're not covering anything about them. The man is promising a lot of good things that is going to happen, and he's explaining how he's going to do it, and he's explaining how he's going to fund it. They are not covering him at all. But what they do is they're going to cover article. Article has nothing to offer. Article has nothing to give to Nigerians. They are covering article from end to end. Then you begin to see why our people don't get the message, because a lot of people like will be saying, "Oh, we don't see this show. He's always online." I don't understand what you mean by online. He's traveling in that country. He's going everywhere from one place to the other, and they are posting it online. But people will say like they don't see him. They see him online. I don't understand what that is. Online is a world wide web. It's just hanging in the air. I don't understand what online is. But this man keeps moving from one point to the other. Do you know why they are saying all this? Because the main media don't cover this man and his campaign. They don't cover his story. They don't cover anything about him. They just demand the thanks be to yeah. The man has his own Sahara reporters to help spread the news. If not, there would have been problem because they don't cover him. They don't cover the rest of the candidate like Kisley Mogalu, like the other man, what's his name? They don't cover those guys. They are all progressive candidates running for this place, but they are busy covering Atiku, and of course Buhari is the president. They are going to cover Buhari. This is very poor. We should give everybody equal opportunity, equal chance, so that the campaign, so that they will pull the country out of that mess that the country is in. Now, I want to highlight this. If you're a journalist and you're not doing the right thing, like giving fair, equal chances to everybody that is participating in this election, then you are not doing a good job. If you're a journalist and you take brown envelope and you cover only article and you think that's the end, it's going to backfire on you. It's going to backfire on you. You have to give all the progressive candidates equal opportunity. This poor coverage is not only on the African continent or in Nigeria. It happens all over the world. They tend to cover those people that give them a lot of money, and it's very bad. Why they don't cover the progressive candidates? They get to cover the lobbyists. Why they don't cover the progressive candidates? So I don't know what kind of journalism they're doing. If your journalism is not to help the masses, because the masses will always make a decision. If you feed them wrong information, they will make a decision, and when they make a decision, they will backfire. And the funny thing is that they will drop your news agency or your media house that you're working for. They will drop that media house and drop the news agency, and they will not patronize you because you feed them with a lot of wrong stories, a lot of negative stories for them to make a lot of negative decisions, a lot of bad decisions. I mean, so my advice to the media out there is for them to do proper investigative journalism, cover all progressive candidates as they are covering the established ones, cover all the other ones that are not established too, and make it a fair playing field so that everybody knows every candidate that is going to be involved. So I'm also using the opportunity to urge all youth out there. People are saying that Sowore is Tinubu's and Buhari's boy. That is a wrong notion. There's nothing like that. Let us go out and support this young man. He's bringing a lot of people in that are going to. He's not coming alone. He's bringing a lot of people that knows their onion. Let me use that word. That knows what they're doing to bring Nigeria out of this mess that Nigeria is in. So all young people should join and vote Omoyele Sowore AAC, African Action Congress, so that our country will be ours again. We will take our country back again. If you're listening, this is Matthew Ikanya, your host. Please comment, like, subscribe, do something to this video. It encourages me to do more. Thanks for listening.